It'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. 70.
Throwing on their first play. Caught by Washington inside. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Close call there.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sidelines are best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Milroe now to throw. He's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ready.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Come on. Hit. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Pistol now for Milroe. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. Second and 18 coming up.
Ready.
Milroe from the gun. Finds his running back as his base Schultz. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down.
Tag. Cowboy 80.
Third and long for him here. Knocked away. That's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at fourth down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just... yard shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 2nd and inches. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Working quickly here.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and less than a yard.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard? Well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield? That's the cherry on top.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Picked up at the 38. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
At the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Lions.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go now. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep. It is caught at the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15
analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working inside the red zone. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
I'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing by. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This is taken in at the 13. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Shotgun now for Milroe. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Ready? Viking 18. Trap goal 80.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on. Set. Like it. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Go.
From the gun, Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Ready, set.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Go.
Design quarterback run here. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Tootin gets it from the gun. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 50 Eagles, 50 Eagles. Let go.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Inside group here for Tootin. Nice drive forward, halted after a couple of yards. That play made by Will Johnson.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready up.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Get it.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
Okay, ready.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Gravity Lions. Bronco 80. Wide, get wide.
The throw. Here's Milroe. Brought in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
The score is Seahawks 7, Cardinals 3.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Give now to Benson. Back to where they started as the play picks up 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw here. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
This rookie quarterback's going to have to file that one away as a little bit of a reminder. You can't stare down your primary target. You can get away with it in high school, even in college, but not in this league as that ball gets batted away.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down from the 42. From the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's 2nd down.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
We've set it down from 37.
70 Lions. 6.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for a
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Okay, break.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70.
From the red zone now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11.
14. Cardinals 3.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
First down, Cardinals.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Motioning the tight end now. They'll throw it here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. He's going to throw this one. Looking right, and he finds it. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got 1st down here from the 36. They kick the running back in motion. They'll work against the blitz. Next on the crosser. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
At the 11-yard line.
Motioning left is their running back. From the red zone on first. And this is going to call incomplete in the end zone. Running it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
They are throwing it again. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making a one-score game before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has it at the 11. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Pistol now for Milroe. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now. Run.
First down throw here from Milroe. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's forced down bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now here he goes on the boot. Makes the grab in bounds offside. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Get up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Milroe with it on first. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 60 each.
Bill Rowe from the gun. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Franco 80, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Steady.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings them to 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
60 bucks. Ready.
Throwing here, Milroe. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. He can pack it in at this point, Brock. It is already a great game for him. Imagine what he can finish up with if he stays anywhere close to this pace.
Well, this pace right here puts him in the record books. I mean, it is absurd what he's doing, and I love offensively, you keep calling it till they stop it. But goodness gracious, defense, you may want to double cover this guy.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Putting the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a two-possession game at an 11-point margin.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Here comes the final play of our first half. It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Back to 60, back to 60.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offensive line fast.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
That's taken at the 15. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return.
At their own 40-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On the give, it's Tootin. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And 7.
Ready?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, come on. Set. Back to 6. Gotta be lying. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Here's Milrow to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. He's got it in the red zone. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line.
31 yards.
They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set.
From the gun, Milrow. Forced out to his right. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Hand off to Tootin. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On third down, here's Sutton. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So it'll be 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Left side into the hands of McBride. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
Inside give to Benson. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. Good for a gain of 5. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Looking quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 33-yard line.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start backs him up. This is 2nd down and 9. In the air here. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
There's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. Third and long for him here. That's completed right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Gun. They'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
No gain on the play.
Offense up to the line fast.
At the 26-yard line.
Man in motion here. Second and 10, back to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, third and long. And the defender comes away with it. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70.
The throw. Here's Milroe. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Johnny Wilson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks have the football. Up a couple of scores to start the 4th quarter.
Ready up.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Cowboys. Ready. 18, cop, go.
Shooting with it. Pushing it across the 30. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Here's Milroe. 1st and 10. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Warriors 70.
Now it's Milroe. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Running here with two. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready, set.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set. Ready. Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Ready, right?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Taken down back at the 42.
Empty backfield. 5 guys out wide for 3rd and long.
Get it. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's caught by Wilson. And they're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down throw here from Milrow. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
70 Lions. Bronco 80.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. And goes to the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Trying for it with Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on down.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
It's Benson on the give. He's out of bounds after a gain of about 8. So a nice pickup there. 2nd and 2.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Against the blitz. Harrison secures this left side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He'll begin his return from the 11. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
On the jump.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Mitchell up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Ball carrier.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks moments away from their 4th win of the year. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Tag.
Here's a design run. Now that's not what the offense style does. They stick him for a loss, so it's going to be third down.
He was taken down.
Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4 sets.
Yeah.
I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Hits him on the out route. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
A gain of
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It's 4th down.
Here's Tootin. That'll be the first and more. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. What a play to beat this defense on 4th down. 23 yards and a first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
60 Eagles, 60, go.
They're going to pass it here. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. This is brought in at the 15. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's second and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Bill Rowe from the gun. Coleman with the catch. And he gets the Seahawks first down, Brock. And that should finish off this win for him.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Some room to work. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ready.
Tootin will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
19 Tiger.
They go to him again. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up.
It's third down and goal to go.
All right, one more snap to play here.
Bronco 80. Here we go. Cougar 19.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. And they've made it fourth and goal. And here's a timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. A very short kick here from the right hash. His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Huard and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.